I both love and hate Bobby Green versus Islam Makhachev for many different reasons, and I know I should have reacted to this a couple of days ago, but YouTube thought it would be a very funny joke to lock me out of my creator studio and not allow me to get in for multiple days, because it's funny that way, and it was a really funny joke from YouTube that made me laugh. It didn't make me panic in my room at midnight that I'd lost my entire channel and I'd said something a bit too edgy on one of my live streams. It didn't do that at all. It made me laugh because of how funny it was, YouTube. But now we're back on track. So let's talk about Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green. It was weird to hear. I was annoyed, first of all, because I originally heard the news that Beneil Dariush was out of the fight, and I was going to do a reaction then. Couldn't upload it, and I'm glad I couldn't upload that one, because that would have just been me saying who should fill in for Beneil Dariush. And then immediately afterwards, we get the news that Bobby Green is talking about fighting Islam Makhachev, and I kind of just didn't even acknowledge that as reality. I was like, Bobby Green, he's not even ranked at lightweight. There's no way they're going to choose him to fill in for Islam Makhachev. I'm upset that Islam Makhachev is not going to be fighting Beneil Dariush. It was the perfect matchup in the lightweight division, but Dariush pulls out, oh well. And I was thinking, right, surely there is a ranked lightweight contender that doesn't mind fighting in a catchweight bout, by the way, because I thought, you know what? I get it. Bobby Green's filling in on short notice. He's the only one that can make 155, maybe, because he just fought recently and he hasn't really blown back up too much after the weight cut, so he's able to make the weight again. And I was thinking, you know what? If it's at 155, I understand why there's a little bit of slim pickings over who they can choose to make that weight on short notice. But when I found out that this was at catch weight of 160 pounds, and they didn't have to make the lightweight limit, and they had a little bit of leeway there, and maybe, who knows, they could have made it 165 pounds for a better contender in the lightweight division, I was really annoyed. Really annoyed. I love Bobby Green. I love that he got this matchup against Islam Makhachev. He's one of my favorite fighters. I mean, I've spoken about Bobby Green for a very long time. You guys know how I feel about some of the decisions that have happened in his career. I'm very vocal about them. There have been so many bad decisions in Bobby Green's career that maybe he could have won, and if he did win those fights, he could be in a very different position in his career. But I don't want to see Bobby Green Islam Makhachev, man. Now, there is a strong chance that Islam Makhachev can lose this one, because Bobby Green's actually not the best of matchups for Islam Makhachev. He's a great wrestler. He's got solid takedown defense. No one really dominates Bobby Green on the ground. It's not like a weakness we've seen in his previous fights. Now, he hasn't quite fought the grappler at the level of Islam Makhachev, but he's fought, I believe, Rashid Magomedov, another Dagestani-type grappler, and he was able to stuff the takedowns there and have some moments on the feet. I believe that one went to Rashid Magomedov, or maybe barely went to him. Another one of those weird decisions. But either way, I was looking down the lightweight division and thinking, you know what? Seeing as this is a catchweight bout, how dare any of you turn this fucking shit down? Title elimination bout? Mateus Gamrot, hello? Where are you, dude? Where are all these guys in the lightweight division? Even Brad Riddell, coming off a loss, wouldn't have minded that one. Where are all of these eager guys ready to save a main event, get paid a whole bunch of money, and fight in a title elimination bout against Islam Makhachev? And I guess they just don't want to fight Islam Makhachev, and they think they can get to a title without fighting Islam Makhachev. But it actually is kind of annoying that they had to go all the way down the rankings, all the way until Bobby Green, before they got someone to say yes. And this is a catchweight bout, but I love the matchup. Bobby Green's a good style matchup for Islam Makhachev to give him some problems, I feel like. If Islam Makhachev just dominates Bobby Green on the ground, it will again tell us that he's got good grappling. But I was looking for a performance that was going to tell me, like, this guy could beat Charles Oliveira on the ground. And Beneil Dariush was that, because Beneil Dariush is great on the ground. He's top level in the lightweight division on the ground. He's got amazing jiu-jitsu. And if Islam Makhachev went out there and beat Beneil Dariush, and even did okay on against him on the feet, didn't get KO'd, because Dariush has KO'd many people in the lightweight division, has shown good stand-up in the lightweight division. And if we saw Islam Makhachev just destroy Beneil Dariush, it'd be like, oh my god, he can probably do this to Charles Oliveira, or something at least similar to Charles Oliveira. And now that potential Oliveira versus Makhachev matchup could be way more interesting after he beats Beneil Dariush, if he were to beat Beneil Dariush. Of course, Gaethje could beat Oliveira, and then that would be a bit of an interesting matchup as well, because of Gaethje's takedown defense, and that would be good to see. But Bobby Green is not the biggest of lightweights in the world. It's not like he has thunderous power in his hands. Now, he did beat Ally Quinter by KO. He does have, I believe, a body kick KO over some other guy in the lightweight division at one point, but I just don't see Bobby Green giving too much resistance here. Now, there is a chance that he could just start lighting up Islam Makhachev early on, and Makhachev just can't get his groove. Because one thing Bobby Green's really good at is being active as soon as the fight starts and getting straight to work. There's going to be no Dan Hooker feeling out process like he had against Michael Chandler and Islam Makhachev, where he's just like waiting for them to do something to him. Bobby Green's going to go out there, say, you know, flex a little bit, get in their face, start throwing combos straight away. Like, Bobby Green's not got that fear of, oh my God, everything I've worked towards is going to come at a loss. Like, Bobby Green, I think there is sort of an acceptance that maybe he's not going to get the world championship and be the greatest of all time in the sport. For some of these other guys that are taking on Islam Makhachev, there is that thought in the back of their head, like, you know, this is the big moment. I've been working towards this. I'm finally at the summit. If I win this one, maybe I'll get a title shot. Maybe I'll be one fight away from a title shot. So there's a lot of hesitation over what they want to do because they don't want to lose so badly. Bobby Green's in a great position right now where if he loses, who gives a fuck? You just made your win bonus last weekend. I believe he made something like 150,000 or something ridiculous like that last weekend for his win over Nasrat Akparast. And now he's got to go out there again. Probably make an increased amount of money. I would assume they're going to be paying him, if he earned, I believe, 72 and would be on 76 if he was following his contract. I would assume for doing this favor, they would say, hey, we'll give you 100k to show. 100k to show, 100k to win. You're a veteran of the UFC. You're doing us a favor. You're saving us an entire event here. 100k for 100k is what I reckon Bobby Green's going to be bumped up to being paid here. If he's taking this on his last contract, his manager deserves a fucking smack, because when you're doing him this much of a favor, you start asking for some favors back in terms of how much you're getting paid. I would assume Bobby Green's going to be getting maybe like at least 90 for 90 as an increase. Something like that. But I would assume 100 for 100. So there's nothing to lose here for Bobby Green, which makes him so dangerous, because he's just going to be doing free flow scrambles. And even if there is a risk that he could get finished in those moments, he's just going to risk shit. Granby rolls, I'm expecting. Really crazy scrambles. I assume he's going to be punching Makhachev in the face whilst Makhachev has a single leg. There's something about not fearing losing and not fearing having to do everything correctly to ensure that you win that can be really dangerous against a guy like Islam Makhachev. And I think Bobby Green's going to present some problems. And I think he's going to have some moments in this fight. I think he's going to do quite well. I think eventually Makhachev's going to get him on a sweep or a trip. I don't think he's going to be getting him with a double leg or a single leg or anything like that. Bobby Green's got really good takedown defense in that fashion. But could I see Makhachev eventually getting him up against the cage, sticking to him like glue, getting an inside trip, ending up on top in half guard, and then Bobby Green makes a mistake, turns his back, gives up a rear naked choke? I could definitely see that reality later on in the fight. But, man, Bobby Green early on got quick hands, good reach, good distance control anyway, good volume, good cardio, good takedown defense. I think there could be some problems here for Islam Makhachev, which is why I like the matchup. I actually love this matchup stylistically. However, the main reason I hate it, and I've just beamed light on my face, which is annoying, the main reason I hate it is this is the big title elimination bout test for Islam Makhachev. And I would have much rather it would have been against, because again, Makhachev has not fought great opponents. Like, he's fought some guys that are good. Thiago Moises, you know, Yoel Alvarez fucking destroyed him. I know he missed weight to make that fight, but you know, Thiago Moises ain't aging too well of a win. Neither is Drew Dober really aging too well of a win either. You know what I mean? Like, they're not still ranked in the top 15 and still doing their thing in the top 15 of the division, but he beat Dan Hooker when Dan Hooker took the fight on short notice. You know, he beat him. It was good. But, like, to say that now, like, still he's going to get a title shot after this is actually really fucking annoying. It really is annoying to me. Because I like to be amped up for title fights. And, like, what am I going to do? How do you argue Makhachev over Oliveira if Oliveira is still the champ if he does beat Justin Gaethje? Like, oh, you see what he did to Bobby Green? You know, like, Bobby Green's really good. And he's a top guy. And I think he arguably could be ranked number 15 and should be ranked number 15 if he did get that win over Thiago Moises. And maybe could be ranked even higher than that. But it's not a title elimination bout. And it's annoying that this is going to be seen as a title elimination bout. And I wouldn't be surprised if the UFC says, you know what, we're going to rebook the Dariush fight. Because Oliveira versus Gaethje's in May. This fight is this weekend. No, next weekend. I could see them saying, hey, Makhachev, Dariush is going to be ready in May on a fight night. We'll move you in if anything happens to either guy on Oliveira versus Gaethje. But we still want the Dariush fight for a title elimination bout. This is just to get you paid because you've put a whole training camp into this fight. And we want you to get paid at the end of it and stay busy. But I reckon they're just going to say, you know what? Makhachev's earned his title shot. And it's annoying because it's like, yeah, it's Bobby Green. It doesn't really tell me how good you would do against Charles Oliveira or someone like that, you know? Like, it's kind of annoying, but, you know, that's the fight they went for. They got to save these cards on short notice. We can't have nice things, hence Walker versus Hill this weekend. Not a great fight night card whatsoever. We just can't have nice things this year. I feel like every card has just been such a letdown this year, man. I mean, off the top of my head, Strickland Hermansson was a dead card. It had some, like, I'm talking about, like, the preconceived notions of the card. I'm not talking about how the card went and how great some of the fights were. Strickland Hermansson was a trash card. UFC 270 was a garbage card to look at. 271 was alright, but that's our new alright. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be alright. That should be a bad card. But it wasn't because it was like, it was set up with all of these shit pay-per-views and shit fight night cards, and you're like, man, gee, 2 good fights on the main card is a great pay-per-view. 1 title fight? Oh my goodness. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the cards this year have just been an absolute fucking embarrassment to the UFC, and I hate every moment of it. Every card. I'm trying to think of the other cards. Keita Chikadze was the big comeback after a month of no fights. Keita Chikadze. And again, good main event. I was interested by it. It was interesting. It wasn't like a big fight. It wasn't a big card. There was no real great fights on that card. I feel like we've got more guys making their debut on current UFC cards than guys who have actually fought in the UFC before on these cards. It's crazy to me. But that's what they're doing. That's what they're going for. And we lose another great card. We've got Walker versus Hill, which is this weekend. That's not a good card. Makhachev Moises Makhachev versus Green, or was Dariush, was a good card that I was looking forward to. Wow, amazing card. Really looking forward to this one. And then it's like, you know, slowly gets degraded. We lose this fight. We lose that fight. We lose more. Now it's, you know, Arman Saruki and Yoel Alvarez and Makhachev Bobby Green. Wow, what an amazing fight night card. So that's not a good fight night card. And then we've got 272, which I know a lot of people are saying is amazing because it's Covington Masvidal. And now that it has got Fiziev versus RDA as the co-main event, it doesn't look that bad. But Greg Hardy is still on the fucking main card of the pay-per-view, and I'm starting to get my feelings a bit hurt. You know what I mean? And then it's not like we've even got April coming up where there's all the amazing ones. Like, I believe Andrade versus fucking Amanda Lemos is a fight night main event. Like, oh, we know we've given you shit fight nights, but don't worry, Andrade Lemos is coming up. Like, I'm losing my mind here at the UFC, and I feel like they're really underprepared for these moments. If a fight is a title elimination bout, give a top contender a heads up. Like, hey, I know you ain't earned a title elimination bout, Mateus Gamrot, but stay ready for this one. You might have to fill in on short notice, even at catch weight. But you're telling me no lightweight? No lightweight but Bobby Green? It's embarrassing. More money, main event, title elimination bout. None of you want that shit? Kind of pisses me off that they left up. But respect to Bobby Green, one of my favourite fighters. Respect to him for stepping up, but it just ain't what I wanted to see. But Green can give some problems, so there is a case of a shocking upset that could happen. But then where are we? Who does Oliveira fight next? Bobby Green? Like, it's... I'm overlooking Gaethje beyond belief. He's gonna win now. I've done that. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Click that button up there. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Oh well.